Was geht up, and welcome to The Natural. What I'm about to teach you here in this online course is literally everything you need to know about game, about natural game. I hope you're fucking ready. So anyway, let's start off with, what does natural game even mean? Now, natural game basically says playing with Mother Nature's laws that are given and that are absolute. He who knows those natural Mother Nature laws and he who knows how to play with those laws will be able to use them to his and the girl's advantage. Again, remember that those laws are natural, they're given, and they're fucking absolute. Now, of course, however, we live in a society that is, we have a society here, there are certain rules, so you can't just run around and claim, like, oh, that's the natural thing that's attractive to girls. So obviously, what we're going to do here is we're also going to teach you how to be social, how to get a social circle, how to get wings, etc., to simply become this naturally cool guy. That's just, like, literally just naturally cool fucking guy. What else are we going to learn here? This is something that is neglected way too much in the entire pickup community. We're not only going to talk about how to get, the hot girl, how to fuck her, but also, super importantly, how to keep her. Thus, the natural underlying core principles. So what we're going to do is we're going to dive very, very deep into man-to-woman dynamics, man-to-woman attraction, as well as what it means to lead a successful relationship, to make the girl stay, make the girl be loyal to you, as well as how to lead multiple successful relationships with multiple girls at the same time, or if you wish, how to lead a successful and passionate relationship with one exclusive girlfriend. Those are all the same underlying natural core principles. They'll help you a lot with just running around doing game and fucking as many girls as possible. Just as much as, okay, I have this one girlfriend and I want to keep her interested. I want our relationship to be fucking epic. So thus, the natural underlying core principles. All right, so how do I put this? Now it's only you and me, buddy. We'll put in all the knowledge, we'll put in all the fucking work, and once we're done, once we're going through this entire online course, you will have several sex relationships. You'll be able to have the skills to get more girls into the sex relationship rotation. You will have a kick-ass friend circle of male and female friends that support you along your journey, that are striving alongside your journey. You'll have kick-ass wingmen that are going out with you. You'll have this one queen, this one amazing girl that stands above the other encounters that you have if you want to. And most importantly, you will have this amazing and epic sets of experiences that you can look back on, be it 2 months from now, be it 5 months from now, be it 2 years from now. You'll look back to those experiences and you'll be like, holy fuck, I lived. And that's the most important part when it comes to natural game in and of itself. However, I've been into this whole PUA realm for way too long, not to know the one or the other technique that I use, every now and then. They're simply fun to use. And they're like cool to just see how people react differently. So I'll be showing you a bunch of those as well. However, note, most importantly, those techniques are worth shit unless you really know how to be a naturally attractive man. Just want to say that here as well at this point. And last but not least, game is simple but not always easy. If you're writing down notes, which I would highly recommend, write that down. Game is simple but not always easy, which means, again, natural game means underlying natural core principles that are very simple, that are easy to follow. However, this is real fucking life. So game is simple if you understand those natural core principles. However, it's not always going to be easy. There's always going to be girls that give you shit, and trust me, I've been there myself. However, if you understand those natural core principles and if you act through them, you'll be able to turn most of these situations around yourself and go have a fucking good time. A couple of words about the process. Becoming the natural is a process in and of itself. Now, it really depends on from where you're starting, if you're a naturally sociably guy already, or if you're a horrible introvert like I used to be. It could take you a while. It could take you a short while. Doesn't matter. The cool thing is, once you learn that the process is fucking epic in and of itself, you're good to go anyway, okay? So what I want to say here is, the process might be confusing for you. It might be irritating for you. which is the reason why I built this online course in a way so I'll literally guide you by the hand through this like jungle that it means of the process of learning game. I'll guide you through the hand, and I will specifically guide you into those very situations one at a time that will teach you natural game. Okay, so what we're going to do is I'll give you all the information that you need, all the natural mindsets, all the frames, etc. And then I'll say, okay, this is the situation that will teach you that the best. This is the situation that will prove you that those frames are helpful. And then I'll let the situation teach you, which means, of course, you will need to take fucking action. And almost every chapter there will be a call to action. You have two choices. You can just not do those things and circle jerk on this fucking product and, you know, do it all in your mentality, in your mental brain. Or you say, okay, that's the call to action. I'm going to go out and I'll do this fucking call to action. And until I have done this, I won't watch the next video. This is how I would do it. Those processes, those situations that I will guide you through are the exact situations I went through myself in order to reach this level of game. Trust the process. It's definitely worth it. And then later on you'll realize, okay, through all these experiences, through all these situations, I am now fucking irresistible. Okay, our goal is to make you irresistible. Now, the separation of this online course into the three main modules, building a solid foundation, sharpening the skills, and mastering natural game, those are merely a guideline. However, I do strongly recommend you going through those piece by piece because, you know, it's built up in that order, and it doesn't really matter that much where in your journey you are. If you're a complete newbie, never talked to a girl, or you feel, you know, I'm pretty fairly advanced, still go through those step by step, because I've been coaching this for a long time now, and I've seen a lot of advanced guys too. And even if they're really good, you'll still be surprised how many times an advanced guy, a more experienced guy, would actually lack, you know, he missed one or two core principles, and that's why his game is lacking the results that he should actually be getting. So really try to go through those points one by one. It will just be the best experience for you, the best learning experience for you. Now, let's look through the actual course of the natural in and of itself. And as you can see, there's a fuck ton of videos. Now, the cool thing though is the way I recorded the natural, the way I wrote it, was making sure that you could take action right away. So don't be like, oh my god, I gotta watch through all this, like the typical theory guy, like, oh, I'm going to watch the natural for the next 3 months now, and then I sit down and think about the natural for 3 months before I take action. No. So this program is literally for you to take action immediately, okay? So let's look at this here. First chapter is what I called defining your new world. This is basically the inner game chapter of this whole thing. And it's basically rewiring your goddamn brain into helping you to pull girls, okay? You might encounter that, oh, my brain fucks me over, I don't know what to say, it gives me all these false beliefs. Yes, that is why we're starting with your brain. Change starts from within. So the chapters, what guy do women want? Okay, this is literally, okay, this is the guy that every girl wants to fuck. How do I become this guy? Self-assessment, obviously, how to, you know, self-assess where you are in your journey, where you want to get. Then a very important core chapter is frames. We'll get very personal with that because I show you my personal frames that got me to where I am right now. How to feel good enough. You know, if you don't understand it yet, don't worry about it yet. We're just going to go through all that. Then social dynamics, okay? Understanding sex and society. Girls, we're going to go through our favorite topic, girls, which to avoid and which to engage with, what types of girls there are and how to game them differently. This is also hugely neglected in the pickup scene. You know, that promises, I was like, you get every girl. No, natural game deals with understanding what kind of girl you're dealing with and how to game them, basically. Women and alpha males, this is going to be massively, you know, like old school, what was it thousands of years ago that made the alpha male fuck all these girls and how to become one. Betaization and shit tests, how girls will always test you and how you'll pass almost always. Why men and women are so different and why this is so good. One of my favorite topics, how to embrace sexual differences. The 3 pillars of natural seduction, attraction, arousal, and rapport. A hot girl's reality, because you'll be dealing with a lot of hot fucking girls, so might as well know their goddamn reality. Sorry, all the swearing, by the way. Building a solid foundation. Now, this is the core point. This is where we are already deep into taking action. Approach anxiety. Obviously, I'm going to kill the shit out of your fucking approach anxiety. We'll help you there. What do I say? Okay, the most important question of them all. I'm going to give you the best pillars for verbal games so you can start out right away. Becoming social, how to become a social guy, how to get friends, how do I act around people. For some people that's like, well, I know how to do that. If you're like me, only remotely, you'll have no idea. And these are the things I learned myself. Verbal game, we're going to go very, very deep on verbal game, one of my favorite chapters of them all. Body language of a winner, self-explanatory. How to learn smart and fast, self-explanatory. Physicality, how to touch the girl, how to know to get instant escalation, how to escalate slowly, etc. How girls show they're interested, very old school. How to deal with rejection, rules of intensity, closing, getting her number, setting up dates, beginner tricks. Those are, as I mentioned earlier, a little bit of technique stuff. Sharpening the skills. By the way, if you want to take action already, I'm sorry. I just really want to go through the entire product here. Sharpening the skills. So this is getting advanced a little bit. Vibing, okay, irresistible interactions. When she doesn't want to talk to you, how to react here. How to deal with her friends. This is pretty cool too. We have natural state, what it means to get a natural state. Overcoming dry spells, because you will experience a dry spell at some point. Shit tests, how to react to them. Other guys, how to deal with them. How to get laid from dates. How to have one-night stands. That's literally like a step-by-step fucking guide. Working on your ego. And then we're getting to the mastering natural game, which will be stripping back the notion of all this game that we've been going through so far, so it becomes automized, so girls start escalating on you. This is literally the most epic shit there is. How to pull to not your place, okay, if you can't pull to your place. How to pull from day game, introducing the no game, passive attraction, which is basically the entire game that I'm doing right now. But again, we'll go through all those things in order to get there with all these experiences already. Passive attraction through others, social chameleon, which is perfect calibration. Finding out her blueprint, letting her chase you. The power of what you don't say. This is nonverbal, it's very advanced stuff. Silent pulling, absolutely gorgeous shit. Learning from a newbie, absolutely fantastic as well. Then we have a whole sex guide. I think this is very neglected in pickup too. How to make her come, my personal sex things. How to fuck girls really well, LMR, the gentleman escalator, all this cool shit. Then we have, of course, as promised, relationship management. Beyond the one-night stands, managing relationships. This will deal with getting fuck buddies, etc. And then have finding the one. If you're into finding a girlfriend, how to get there step by step as well. Amazingly beautiful stuff here. And of course, outside of game, this whole man in his prime lifestyle, which is also very good. And then I have wingmanship as promised as well. How to find a wingman, how to wing, etc. So if you look at those last three chapters, sex, relationship management, and outside of game, I kind of put them outside of the whole course thing. So you can watch them at the end, you can watch them at the beginning, you can watch them in between. If you're like, oh, I pulled this girl, I didn't really know how to fuck her properly, you can just adhere to those three chapters. So those are like 3 extra chapters that you can choose to watch at any given time whatsoever. Now to the infill footage that you're going to watch, and there's a lot of infill footage that you're going to watch here in The Natural. Now, this is real life examples. They depict perfectly the nastiness of the field. You're going to see a lot of smooth approaches, smooth sets. You're going to see very bumpy things. You're going to see me making mistakes and turning it around. You're going to see me making mistakes and not turning around. But what I wanted to do with the clips that I chose for this infill footage is I wanted to show you how real it is. I want to show you real infield footage. I'm not going to show you all the best infield footage. I mean, the best is in there as well, but also things that are just boring and they work, boring and they don't work, etc. Again, I wanted to keep it as real as possible because the realer it is, the realer things are that you watch, the realer it will be in your brain and the easier it will be for you to repeat. Repeatability and relatability. Those are the 2 key concepts that I adhere to upon writing The Natural. Repeatability and relatability. So you can relate and repeat. Very self-explanatory. Now I mentioned earlier as well, but I can't emphasize this enough. Your action taking. The reason why I say this is, look, this Natural online course is not going to be a magic pill. You're not going to sit here and watch it for a week and circle jerk your brain around it and then expect to go out and finger chicks left and right. No, there is no such thing. The only thing there is your fucking action taking. I can only show you the right doors. I can tell you what to do and how to think about it and how to break it down, but you gotta go through those fucking doors yourself. Trust me, I've been coaching this for a very long time. And I've noticed there's two kinds of students. There's one student, he has a great time upon learning it. He gets all the knowledge, and then he's done. He says, thank you, and that's it. I see those guys over and over again with the same level of game. I don't care. It's his life that he's throwing away. And there's the other student. He pays the same amount of money. He invests the same amount of time. But this guy, even while learning this, while watching these videos, he's already asking questions. Cool, how can I implement this in my game? Cool, I can't wait to go out. And then he goes and does these fucking things. He's taking action. And I see that guy a month later, a couple of weeks later, 1 week later, a year later, and he's having a fucking bright smile on his face. And that smile doesn't tell me how many girls he had sex with. It doesn't tell me how good his game is. But that smile tells me, dude, I'm happy. I'm in the process. I'm taking fucking action, and it's amazing. And I've banged girls, and I didn't bang girls, and I did this, and I got rejected, and it worked. That guy's having a fucking good time. Be that kind of student. Really, be that kind of student. Take action. If you want to squeeze out the value from this program, do it with taking action. Be that fucking guy. I can show you the right doors, walk through them yourselves. And again, I see so many guys not taking action, and they have the most random excuses. I don't have time for that. The economy is not right. I don't have the power for that. I don't have the energy. I want to go through the product first and then start taking action. All this is fucking bullshit. I've seen guys, and I'm not saying I was the most action taking ever. I've always taken fuck tons of action, but there's always room to improve. At some point, dude, I had work, university, and I went to the gym. Like literally, I slept 6 hours a day, and the rest was either university, studying, working at a job, or going to the gym. And I still gamed fuck tons and got all the reference experiences. And I want to talk about, I want to talk about a friend here. He messaged me one day. He's like, hey Max, I want to go to Miami while all the instructors are there. The only problem is I'm not 21 yet. Do you think I could just smuggle into the club? That's in the States, by the way, where you can't get into clubs below 21. Do you think I could just smuggle into clubs? And I'm like, dude, seriously, man, I'm really sorry, but if you're not 21 and you're a guy, there's no way in hell, unless you have a fake ID, to get into a club. You know what, dude? Just chill, stay in Europe, chill, wait until 21, and I'll see you fucking next year. That guy didn't even respond. And I shit you not, a month later, I was in Miami. I was rolling through the club. I was rolling out the club with my students or some girls, I can't remember. And I saw that guy. I saw that guy on the streets. And I'm like, dude, what are you doing here? And he's like, dude, you told me I can't get in the club, but I can game the girls outside the club. I can game them while they're walking out. And it was that fucking dude. He paid a flight to Miami just to game outside the clubs. I've seen other girls, two friends from France. They went to London. They had no money. They somehow got together the $50 to take a goddamn train from Paris to London. I don't know. I don't know where they were. I know they were from France. And they didn't even have money for a fucking hotel. They went to my free tour. They went to the hot seat. And I'm like, hey, you guys are still here? They're like, yeah, we slept in the bushes. We slept in the bushes and we did a game and we tried to fuck girls so we have a warm place to sleep. Now, obviously, I'm not saying you have to do that, but those guys didn't see anything as an excuse. Those guys just went and fucking do it. It doesn't matter whether or not they got laid, and by the way, they all did. But they have amazing experiences that they can look back on. That is what the natural is about. My age, I'm too old for this, dude. I don't care if you're 45, 54, if you're 18. There's no excuse. It's never too late to rock. It's never too late to game. It's never too early to learn game as well. I want to say thank you for being on this journey already. That is a big step already. That's absolutely fantastic. And thank you for trusting me into providing you with enough value for purchasing this online course. But most importantly, thank yourself for taking fucking action. Because that's what it's about. It will take time, okay? Becoming the natural will take time. It will be tough. There will be multiple times where you think, okay, I want to give up. I don't want to do this anymore. It's too, it's too exhausting. It's too emotionally, mentally draining. That's cool. But you know what? It's not going to be easy. It's not going to happen instantaneously. But it's possible. And that's the only thing you need to know. You don't need to know whether or not it's going to be easy. You don't need to know whether or not it's going to be instant. All you need to know is that it's possible. Trust me, I've been there, and you are there right now, or you're already on your journey. It is fucking possible. Now, a last word before we crack into it, a last word of warning. Don't use game, natural game, or the knowledge that you're going to get here in order to pay them back, in order to show all these girls that reject you, little Jenny from kindergarten and Lisa from elementary school, I'm going to show them that I'm a cool fucking guy. I'm going to fuck all these girls. No. Don't use this knowledge to pay them back. Don't use this knowledge to create an ego around how many girls you fucked, because there will be plenty. Don't use this knowledge to lecture your friends or your family or some girl about what it actually means to talk to women. No, fuck that shit. Simply be happy that you're looking through the matrix, that you can read the signs. Be happy that you're on this journey of becoming the natural.